everybody? Charlie B back in the building. Welcome to Bizarroville, everybody. Welcome. Right here, I just want to just say right here, if y'all have seen her show, the show today, I'm gonna prove everybody right here at B10, y'all are all wrong. Megan, IG is all wrong. I'm gonna prove today they don't know what they talking about, and you know Charlie B. I'm gonna prove it right here before we even let's go. How are you going to do that about a whole show and you ain't even showed none of the show or did anything yet? How? Did she just come on here and say, over here being an entrepreneur is what'd she say, babe?
Emotion.
An emotion. It is? Sure. No, it's not. Okay, if y'all haven't noticed, your boy love jazz too. But did that just prove that if she comes on here and says that it's an emotion being an entrepreneur and getting this money, allegedly, it's a lie. It's a whole lie. And she's going to do a whole show about this, and Tim sent her out here. Tim wasn't going to come out here and say this because, you better be glad you're a female, Megan, because I'd go so hard in on you today if you was Tim saying all this. But this is how I'm going to play this today. Because I'm going to do it like I normally do with like pastors and stuff like that. I'm going to let them talk and I'm going to pop in. Because she has to stick her foot in her mouth today, y'all. She's going to talk about money. She's going to talk. It's going to be a wrap today. But it's not going to be because BTM's still going to be like, well, maybe she was still right. But y'all, Peanut Gang going to be here like, what? I didn't look at that part like that. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's proceed.
What is up, Resurrection Ranch family? I want to talk to you today about an emotion called entrepreneur. Yes.
Should I just stop the show right here? Is she done? Okay, and let me just say you this, Tim. Can you do a little bit more better on your editing, bro? And I want to make a retractment. My bad yesterday. I thought Jay and Miss B did so good on the show. I forgot to even edit out the end when I walked up and told y'all they did a good job. I told Miss B, like, y'all killed it. Hey, my bad. But should this show be over right here? For this reason right here. She started off the whole show, not 30 seconds in, talking about an emotion that does not exist. This is all lies and fake. They're trying to put it into your mind that they are telling the truth. You want me to know my dad? You want me to tell you what my daddy told me back in the day? You watch too much of that TV. It's TV. What could be the problem with TV? It's television. It's telling your vision to put in your mind what they want you to think. Think about that one.
An entrepreneur is a business person, but Tim did a video on our IAG Farm channel when we hit 100,000 subscribers about an emotion called entrepreneur. And that video is so powerful and
okay, y'all. Now, point taken, Megan. Thank you. I already did this show and pointed out all Tim's flaws in this show. Right? Now, my whole point is this. If you do jump back, basically, you're about to come on here and say the exact same thing he said in that show, but you're about to spin it a little bit. You have no content. Proven or not proven. She's lying to you about an emotion, and she's basically redoing Tim's video she showed you and basically dry begging at the same time to ask y'all to go back and watch that one. Bim, bim, bim. Like my daddy said. Television.
Amazing that I just had to circle back to the idea of an emotion called entrepreneur, because that video is all about what it means to achieve success through hard work, through discipline, and through overcoming challenges. And that's the key, y'all.
I love it when you always bust this brother out. That's what that video was about, y'all. That is the key. What, to lie to everybody? Because, Megan, it doesn't exist.
Really why I want to circle back to that idea of an emotion.
Y'all catch it? They don't watch us. Charlie B jump back. Now she doubling back. Like Charlie B say, double down on it, girl.
Called entrepreneur on this channel, because this channel is about breathing life into things, especially things that have died. And when you have an emotion called entrepreneur, you are able to see a challenge, right? And turn it into a success. Turn it into an opportunity. Turn it into a business. Turn it into growth, okay? So that emotion called entrepreneur has really, I was introduced to it when I married Tim, and we didn't.
You were introduced to that when you married Tim, right? Okay, you already came on here and said you don't talk to God no more, you get all your God through Tim, right? So you mean to tell me, since you said you've been in your Bible since you was in kindergarten, right? You mean to tell me you've never heard about this emotion, but you finally found it when you met Tim? Because you know why? When you met Tim, you let the Lord go. And I'm going to roll with you and whoever you're following, brother. Because allegedly we gonna lie to all the people and tell them this. I've never heard this in the Bible before, Tim. Well, it's not. It's another book. We gonna redo it. Jump back when he said he was gonna change everything. Right? Right? Jump ahead to now when she just said in real time, I never knew nothing about none of this until I married Tim. That sounds real kind of demonic because it seems like allegedly he wasn't going to let you in on the plan until y'all were bonded. Allegedly, whole show, Peanut Game tell me, y'all come in here and tell me, I'm not saying nothing. This is my opinion over here.
Call it that at the time, but it's really cool to look back on just our lives and how Jesus has shaped our lives and see that.
See, Megan, this is what Peanut Game understand and BTM don't. God hasn't shaped your life. And all that stuff you have out there, Tim has shaped your life through scamming, which is going to lead you down a road of damnation. And I hope you realize this. And I hope Tim has explained this to you. We're going to live real good while we on earth, but we're going to bust hell wide open. Think about that one, miss. You've been in your book since you've been in kindergarten. Because if you have been in your book since kindergarten, you know can't no good come from out of this after you close your eyes. And we all know what after you close your eyes means. Good luck.
Active spirit, an active emotion of entrepreneur from the very first day that we were married. And y'all, our first day that we were married after our wedding, Tim had scheduled to speak at a church, and I wasn't excited about doing like marriage things that didn't center around us on our honeymoon, but I was super selfish back then, and you know, Jesus had to teach me and help me.
First time I've ever done it. I gotta take a break, y'all, right here. All right. Can we jump back with this little envelope from the vault? Where is this the same day after y'all got married that y'all went to when y'all got married, you said out of your mouth, hint too, yeah, we got married and we went to the grocery store and we got this crazy argument and blah, 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 and this and this. Was that about because you were selfish and you wanted to just be a woman, y'all just got married, but Tim wanted to still run back to the church and scam the people? Because jump back, after he was running to the church and scamming the people, you already knew what was going on. So you knew he was going to come off here and have you, and even in this show, say it ain't even about the four walls. Vault do his thing even when I'm not in vault mode. Yes or no? Did he say all that? Did he do all that? Tim was the first one to say it ain't about four walls and all this and blah, blah, blah. She's about to say that today. This is all redone stuff. This is all, we're lying to y'all. This is all make believe to get this money. Are y'all seeing it now? Breaking her all the way down and beat Tim. How can you come in here and actually be like, okay, we support these people when they're making up things? They're making up, they take things from the Bible, then they make it to look like they want it to look, so we perceive it as they're a woman and a man of God. They take words and just add other words to them, and we're gonna roll with that too. And we know it doesn't really mean anything, but we gotta rock with this man because he still says he's about God. What does your book say about him saying he's about God? Bam! Think about that one.
And that, for me, I kind of saw how God worked through that opportunity, because if we had passed up on that opportunity for him to preach a sermon literally the day after we got married, then we wouldn't have gotten an offering. And they took up an offering for us, and we used that offering, y'all, to buy our dog.
Okay, no jokey joke right here. I hope y'all following me. I told y'all what happened the day they got married, right? Now, did Tim take her back home and allegedly be like, now you see how I was right, now we can buy this dog, and this dog did all this other stuff for us. And she's about to explain to y'all how with that one dog, and she was basically wrong, that they built all this other stuff. Who put that in your mind, Megan? Allegedly, Tim. Now, am I reaching here? Or allegedly, is that how stuff works? She started the argument, Tim got mad. She's now saying that after she was selfish and everything, it allowed them to build all this. No, you allowed them to build all this because Tim wasn't working and you was the only one working. That dog didn't do nothing for you. You did it all. Ladies, yes or no, peanut game. He's not even allowing this woman to see the contribution she's made to him, the farm, and their family. Bim, bim, bim. Charlie B ain't always got to laugh and be funny, jokey joke all the time because of this reason right here. You married her. You don't treat your wife like that, let alone you don't treat any woman like that. But we already know you like to put women down, so to you it don't matter. Whole show legend.
And even though Trinity, that was our dog at the time, we named her Trinity, was a family pet, it was a business opportunity for us because we bought Trinity with the mind of breeding Rottweilers, and that turned into IAG Kennels, which later turned into IAG Farms. And y'all, that just...
I want a lot for my man. I want a lot for my man. Yes or no? Charlie B, what you talking about? You want me to prove she's lying right here? Okay, boom. They made all this money off of them buying that dog and breeding that dog, and then they started with the kennels and selling kennels and everything like that, right? Okay, now jump back when Tim was talking about how many kennels he bought. Remember that episode? And how he was selling kennels, and was selling kennels, right? Okay, now can we jump back to Megan was not the one where she was talking about, I'm not leaving this grass. But can we jump back to the one where Megan was talking about, had a whole show about it. Megan was in there in a dog kennel with sheep. Talking about how this is one of the dog kennels that we had. So jump back to allegedly, Tim, you couldn't even sell them, bro. Yes or no? All them kennels out there, you seen them in the beginning with and stuff like that, those were all dog kennels that they were moving and he was adding wheels and stuff to, y'all. So we gonna move them over here so they can eat this grass, and we gonna move them over here to a week later so they can eat this grass. Those were all dog kennels that allegedly Tim didn't sell. Allegedly, jump back, how many say he bought? We bought 10 and we bought 20. Well, we seen about 4 or 5 on there that you couldn't sell, while Megan's on here now talking about how these dog kennels and this dog made IAG Farms. Not giving herself one drop of credit for it. And with you writing the script, we shouldn't see her get no credit, right? Whole show legend.
Shaped our lives. It shaped the whole trajectory of our lives, not just having a family pet, because literally, once we came off our honeymoon, we had a pet, me and Tim, forever together. We had a pet. And so,
First 48, Charlie B. First 48, Charlie B. Y'all catch it? What she just said? Said. What she just said? Me and Tim together forever. She just basically television. Put it in your mind. Don't worry about it. I ain't never leaving this man. He's probably never gonna leave you because you probably know about inside pieces. Who's your legend?
But yeah, we had Trinity, our pet, and we eventually were able to breed her and sell dogs successfully. So that was a business for us. But what was challenging for me at the time, being able to like just say yes to God, not seeing the fruit of it.
Did she just tell y'all basically? Did she just say basically, we wasn't making no money off them kennels? Yes or no? Did she just say basically, not seeing the fruit from God? In her mind, allegedly, basically, what was the fruit from God? I'll wait. Y'all come in and tell me. The fruit was supposed to be the money, right? She wasn't seeing the fruit. So she was struggling with the Lord. Now, any true Christian knows with the Lord, it's not about money. It's not about money. How was she talking? Or since Tim wrote the script, how's your pastor talking allegedly?
That was a challenge for me. I didn't see, okay, we're getting married, it should be about us. I didn't see the big picture at the time. But because Tim did, and he was faithful, and he saw that big picture and took that leap of faith, we were able to have our Rottweiler Trinity and have a successful business where we sold her puppies. And y'all, this was another opportunity that came out of that process. But we actually bought and built a dog kennel in our backyard, 10 by 10 kennel for Trinity. And once we built that, we were like, hey, we can sell these. So we actually sold dog kennels in addition to breeding dogs and selling the dogs as well. So that was a full-fledged business that Tim and I had because initially Tim said yes to God and we got that opportunity. So
now let's jump back. Didn't I tell y'all, like I always do before it happens, the kennel and Tim's vision and this and that had nothing to do with you going to work every day while Tim sat on his butt and was calling you on your lunch break talking about, oh yeah, so pretty out here. I'm laying in the bed looking out the window. You had nothing to do with this. It was all Tim dog kennels and everything. That's why I played it. And another reason I played all that is just so y'all can see, are those the same kennels that are all over that property that he couldn't sell? Whole show legend.
what I'm trying to get at is these,
What's wrong, man? You forgot your script. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that, well, as soon as you figure it out, you can tell us and we'll all know. Oh, your legend, man. You serious? What I'm trying to say, shouldn't you know what you're already trying to say? Is what did Tim tell me today?
being an entrepreneur isn't just about being a business person, y'all. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for business, as opportunities for growth, and taking yourself to the next level in order to achieve success.
Okay, this is all I'm going to say here, and I hope y'all get it. Peanut game. With the Lord, is it all about success? Or is it about the truth? Which we have already proven that IG Farm is not none of. Whole show legend.
And the success comes. It's not, sometimes I think we get it backwards, or we get it, we chase after the wrong things first. The success comes through discipline and hard work. The success comes through being obedient to God, right? The success comes through taking advantage of the opportunities, of the challenges, and not giving up, right?
Allegedly, you know what you left out, Megan? Success comes from allegedly pimping all the people who sends us donations. Success comes from us taking back to the store so we can get all the money back from the stuff y'all sent us for 5 times. Success comes from me and Tim begging on here and getting y'all to watch our show every day. Success comes from us scamming y'all and jump back like Charlie B said, where he showed y'all. I said, Tim struggles with all these shows, y'all. Y'all need to give Tim some credit because he knows y'all are Christians and he knows what y'all want to hear. And success comes from him trying to figure out how to tell that to y'all. Whole show alleged. That's the only thing you didn't talk about success comes from, Megan. Whole show alleged. Charlie B on one. Hit that like button for your boy.
So, what I'm saying here is those little challenges in your life, those areas where God is trying to stretch you to grow to the next level are opportunities for success. So, if you have the emotion called entrepreneur, you don't just see something dead and lifeless. You see something dead and lifeless and you see an opportunity to breathe life into that thing.
Who's the only... Okay, I want to say this to where y'all not looking at me like, Charlie B, you tripping right now. Can any man on earth breathe life into anything? Can any woman breathe life into anything? Who can breathe life into something? So allegedly, television is Tim the second coming of God to her. She's about to go into this. They breathe life into stuff. Now y'all come here and tell me, okay, Charlie B, you tripping because you allegedly think God is the only one that can breathe life into things, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't think that you have to have a soul and things like that. Not breathe life into mobile homes and things like. No, that's not what Charlie B is saying. What Charlie B is saying is what she said was to breathe life into things. They cannot do it. Who's the only that can breathe life into things? Y'all rolling with this? Let's get it, let's go, let's proceed. You went from 60,000 views, 50,000 views, 30,000. I think now we have to what, 25? Wait till this one drop, bro.
In order for that thing to become successful. And so that was, my first sort of experience with business being a way of life, y'all. It was so intertwined. It wasn't just like business over here and our personal lives over there. Business, ministry, and our faith, and it was all intertwined and connected. And that is the way it was supposed to be. Sometimes
no jokey joke right here. And you want to teach people financial literacy, right? All that stuff you just talk is separate. Because number one, you said business first. God's first, number one. Because without God first, number one, your business is going to fail. I broke. I shouldn't have. Man, it's just funny to me. Okay? That you really think that you could put God on the lower totem pole and still put other stuff above him and think it's going to be successful? Good luck. Okay? Now, with everything you just said, you intertwine everything together, all right? You ever heard the saying, Megan, I don't take work home with me. Right? Right? And it makes sense now, doesn't it? Okay, because it's all separate. God's supposed to be number one in your heart. Your family's supposed to be number two. Now, let's get it and go like this in my mind. That's just me. I'm not putting this on y'all. Just in my mind, right? Now, we're all heard talking about success and business and everything like that, and it all goes together. What is the business about, y'all? Your business is about you doing what? Financially making money. If your business is not making money, you are a failure, right? Okay. So how can you intertwine business with family, God, ministry, and it's all the same thing? Since you've been talking to Tim and he's told you this is what God wants. Jump back. I keep trying to point this out. And y'all don't be like really coming in and like stressing it out. But she doesn't get any word from God. She doesn't talk to God out of her own mouth. She says talking to God is too much for her. I have a whole show about it. I will find it and tell y'all what it is if y'all want me to show it to you. But she says talking to God is too much for her. And now she lets God talk to Tim. And Tim tells her the word of God and what God wants her to do. Facts. I know y'all waiting for the A word. Whole show is not right here. She said it out of her own mouth. She doesn't talk to the Lord no more. She gets all her words from Tim because she can't handle it. It's just too much. And I believe that she said that statement and made that statement sitting on a P2P podcast or a Godcast or something, sitting on the couch. She made that statement. Y'all come back in here, Peanut Game, and y'all know she said it. Y'all been rocking with me. So if we already know this is all to be true, Megan, how can you come on here and tell your IEG family, as you call them, even though we know jump back that even though you said Tim tricks y'all and he struggles to trick y'all and y'all need to give him credit because he's such a good director and editor and things like that. Y'all should understand that he makes it perceive that we're of God. Yes or no? Now, real Peanut Game members and people that are in their book are going to understand everything I just said. BTM, y'all going to be sitting up here like, he talking in circles. Talking about Tim talking in circles. Here. Let's get it. Let's go, man. Let's proceed.
We just live our lives like our faith only matters inside four walls, inside a couple of hours on a Sunday morning. And that is not the way God wants us to operate and to live our lives. And so it's like what he's...
This is what irritates me. Did y'all see it? Did y'all catch it? Please, BTM, did that go over y'all head? They're basically telling you at church ain't nothing. Rock with IAG. God don't want you to be the... Can I just say something? If it don't work, why has everybody been fine all these years? If church don't work. Because my grandmama, I guess church did work because she left all her money to the church. And my whole thing is this. I don't care. For this reason right here. I don't. Most people be mad. No. She believed in her church. She stood on her church. And I'm not going to lie. Mount Olive Baptist Church, Columbus, Ohio. My grandmother was I don't care. I don't have nothing. Grandmother Clark. Anybody went to Mount Olive Baptist Church back in the day? No, my grandmother left them about 500,000. Told her family, get with the Lord. Feel me? And I'm not mad at that. Because she was strong on her faith. And I can't remember his name, man, right now. But her pastor, he was a real one. You feel me? So, I look at it like this. You cannot tell Charlie B that church ain't where it's at. Because she was the stone, the rock, the mountain of our family. 89 years old. Everybody went to grandmother. That's what we called her. Nobody called. It was grandmother. That's what we called her. Grandmother. Right? Everybody. Her cousins, nieces, everybody. She took care of everybody. Right? And she stood on her book. And she went to church every Sunday. And from the time I was... Well, I can't even tell you from the time, but my dad used to take her a lot. And my uncle used to take her when my dad couldn't. So shout out to you, Uncle Richie. And shout out to my pops. Because without him taking my grandmother, I would have never went to church. Because she told him to bring me. Right? And I know I'm getting off script here a little bit, y'all, but my whole point is this. There is no way, Megan, you and Tim or nobody else could come here and tell me that basically just because you're in a building, a church to you, you can't get the word of God. Because y'all sitting out here acting like that's not what God wanted. Bim, bim, bim. I'm sorry for taking up your time. Let's get back to the show. Once again, we're back to where Tim talks to God so much he knows exactly what God wants. Boom! Sorry for wasting your time. I'm talking about my grandma and stuff.
Trying to teach us should be like infused in every part of our day and every part of our life. So when you talk about an emotion called entrepreneur, we're starting to break down those barriers of just a business person at a desk, right?
Did y'all catch it? Now, allegedly, I know Tim wrote this because you hear his side talking her story. We're trying to break that down. You trying to break the church down? To realize that God wanted everybody to just willy-nilly do what y'all doing and rob the people. I don't think nobody's going to go for that. And BTM, if y'all do, y'all stupid. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to call y'all no more names. But if y'all think what she just said is right, you're stupid, you're ignorant, and you're full of malarkey. Yes or no peanut game. That's the game for tonight. Did y'all catch what she wanted to go over y'all head when she ended it with sitting at a desk? What does that have to do with anything you just said? No. Television. You try to tell the people something that Tim wrote, which we all know that Tim is a narcissist and he knows how this brainwashing stuff works. Tell them this, say this at the end, and you be good. Go back and listen to it again, and y'all gonna be like, that does sound weird. If you look at it and break it down, like, wait a minute. The both last two segments, if you go back and you listen to what she says, not me, listen to what she says, and then study it. Y'all gonna be sitting up here like, what? It's brainwashing, it's manipulation, it's like my daddy said. Tell your eyes what you want your mind to know. Oh, sure, legend.
Inside an 8 to 5 job, right? Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're not working during those hours.
Y'all catch it? Now she's smiling and laughing, and if you're an entrepreneur, you're not just working during them hours. What did she say? Keyword, working, right? Don't be coming in here saying my man don't work, peanut gang. Thanks for the views. My whole thing is this, Megan. We all come here and say, Tim don't work. Now, Megan has basically built this whole show up now in real time to, now let's get on y'all saying my man don't work, allegedly. Did y'all catch it? He's an entrepreneur.
Right? You're talking about a spirit, an identity, and something that's free-flowing from your life. And as you are going, you are creating opportunities for success, opportunities to make money.
Okay, let's jump back. Then Tim always say it's not about money. What did she just say? Opportunity to make money? Thank you for putting it all out there, Megan. Thank you for putting it all out there. Did y'all catch it? Let's let her proceed.
Opportunities to build, opportunities to help others, and all those things are so deeply and intricately intertwined, and I had to learn it. And those
Okay, Megan, so let me just understand. You've been struggling with the Lord so long, it took you 4 years to learn this because, jump back, you said the Lord told y'all to do all this a long time ago and y'all just gave Newman's meat. Y'all like when I speed it up? Whole show alleged.
barriers were starting to break down for me day one of my marriage to Timothy. Yeah, so that
What she just said? Left off. That was the year that day one. Okay, day one of your marriage was y'all argued. That was graceful. That was peaceful. That was of God. Why? Why? Jump back. You already said you had an attitude, right? But now in this show, after you already said in this show you had an attitude, it was beautiful and it was perfect in the long run. Why? Why? This is how Tim allegedly tricked her into all of this. Megan, let me just break something down to you. And I would never do this to a woman. Okay? Let me tell you this. But if you were raised with a real man and broke the game down to you and things like that and stuff like that, all right, let me tell you something. A man can listen to you and know what you want to hear. That's not a man's job. A man is to stop you when you're talking and be like, nah, babe, look. That's the game. These brothers out here, they think this, that, and the other. Every woman I've ever been with, I think that's why I don't, like, even me and my first kid's mother, we don't talk anymore. Like, we don't talk at all. But is she on here dogging me? No. Why? Because number one, all Charlie B's child support is paid. Number two, I always treated her like, after we broke up and everything, I felt like I had no animosity. I shouldn't care about anything but my children, right? Now, Tim, we all realize in here, you only care about your pocket. Now jump back, and Charlie B gonna go here, and I know this is off script a little bit, but just not even Disney. The fair, the mall, buying them something, the movies even, taking your grandkids, your children out to the movies. How long are you gonna have to listen to them? And they beat it, and you've paid for it, and you're sitting up here like, okay, we went. But how long are children so happy after you do something for them? I've been thinking about this show, and I'm not trying to get off script because I think it's on script. But even though I don't do script, that's why my script is weird. But for you to take your kids somewhere, I'm used to taking my kids to swim, to the movies, and I got to hear about it for 3 or 4 days, right? You took your kids to Disney, bro. And jump back like Charlie B said. They look sadder now than they was before when they left. Can y'all explain that to me? That's not the game tonight. That's no game. Games are supposed to be fun. Can y'all just come in here and explain to me why? Because allegedly I thought the boys, when they came back, they was going to be on one, like, oh! Because they've never been anywhere, right? This is me and you talking being the game. I don't understand. If you understand, can you please come in and tell me? Because right now, once again, Charlie B confused.
It was really cool to see just that door that we walked through, the opportunity to preach a sermon the day after we got married, turn into a full-fledged business of IAG Kennels, then eventually IAG Farms, selling kennels, selling dogs.
I was about to say, wow, I don't know what to say. Because I'm looking at it like this. She's really sitting up here and this man has got her convinced that she's done nothing. Nothing. Jump back when I told you. He had her thinking that buying that from him. Okay, so, because I was about to say something and it was going to be quick and y'all was going to be like, well, let me say where y'all get it. They went to the store after they got married. He told her he had to preach tomorrow. She said, we supposed to be on our honeymoon. She got an attitude. He went and did the preaching thing. They donated them money. He bought a dog. He made her in her mind think that one dog that he bought turned into all of this. Who cares if you went to work or not while I sit on my butt? Ladies, can y'all come in here and tell me how much brainwashed do you have to be to accept this and then come on here and look like a fool and say all of this just because your husband wants you to say it? Okay, I'm about to start sweating. Y'all know how I get. Okay, if you know your man is willing to have you go out there and say something he's willing not to say for clicks and views, what is that telling you about your man? Because I know Miss B, real woman. That's what I married. what you didn't. You married a yes girl. I married a woman that's gonna tell me how she feel, what she wants to do, what she needs, what her children need, and you gonna handle that. That's what I married. You married a woman that's whatever you want, Tim. You want to dog the boys? Okay. You want to show Benjamin's PP online? Okay. And how are you still online after that, bro? That's neither here nor there. Did y'all see? I didn't play it, but he had a show, because I told you I'm not playing that. He showed it. He panned over and showed this little boy. That's neither here nor there. But my whole point is this. You have Megan sitting over there doing anything you want her to do. Saying anything you want her to say, allegedly. Is it proven? Is it proven? And I'm going to just explain it like this. To all the... So ain't nobody mad at me. To everybody who is happy with their life. Would you be happy if you traded for Megan's? Whether you're lonely, whether you wanted a man for the last 10 years, does this make you not want a man if it has to be Tim? I'll wait. And I'm going to wait on that one, because even if you lonely right now, you thinking like, yeah, I'm probably doing pretty good. I'm taking care of myself. I ain't got nothing to worry. I don't want that. Yes or no?
And y'all, so those challenges, those stretching, those things that you think, oh no, I don't know about that, but taking those leaps.
Okay, can y'all just come here and tell me something real quick? I didn't mean to break in right here, but I have something to say. When it comes to God and you think God's talking to you, do you be like, no, keep it moving. God said, I don't care what nobody else will say. Let's keep it rolling.
Of faith and being obedient really do open doors, and they allow you to express the emotion called entrepreneur.
Okay, BTM, can I just point out something to y'all, because I'm tired of her talking about this emotion called entrepreneur, okay? Entrepreneur is a noun. It cannot be an emotion. And I know y'all wasn't expecting Charlie B to hit y'all with that one, but I'm not as dumb as funny as you think. Like I always come in and tell y'all, who's on the YouTuber telling, don't send me nothing. I'm good. Right? Who's on the YouTuber on here begging? That's your mans. That's your mans. Let's go, let's eat.
It was the same, once we were married and, Tim worked. He also went to school, but then the one day that he had free a week, he also did side jobs. And
First 48 Charlie B. First 48 Charlie B. Okay, now, if you want to jump back into that show she showed that y'all should go back and look at, Tim's going to say in this show she's telling you about, I had multiple businesses. I had a lawn care business, I cut hair, I did this, I did that. You acted like you never slept, bruh. Once again, you had Megan come out here for clicks and views because you don't know how to edit and you can't remember what you said because you're a habitual liar. And Megan just told everybody, you only cut grass once a week. And now Megan's going to lie and build it up that you bought a whole minivan off of that cutting grass once a week, right? And you had this lawn care business and you was out there doing it once a week and that bought that minivan, right?
And in doing those side jobs, he turned it into a minivan. I think it was maybe our second child, it was Titus, and we were kind of outgrowing. We had like I had a little small Honda Civic when we got married, and so it was like we were outgrowing quickly those things, that little car, and Tim felt led to buy us a minivan. So
at that time, we just have a little Honda Civic and everything like that. Do y'all see where they're still lying and trying to trick the new members? Let's jump back, Megan. Tim had that same black truck. That's what he took you out on your first date on. But now you're sitting on here trying to talk, and he's wrote this script to make all the new members a thing. We only had a little Civic. Okay, now let's jump back and do some mental mind thinking. So, Tim did such a good job cutting grass on everybody's property and everything. He loaded up lawnmower, all his tools and everything to cut this grass and make this grass look real good. In a Honda Civic? No. Tim still had his truck, while Megan's on here trying to make it look like we really didn't have nothing but a little Honda Civic. Jump back to when Megan, you already told everybody, this is the one. This is the one he took me out on my first date in this. So you had the Civic, and you had Tim's truck. Why are you trying to make it look like to the new members and people coming over to you because you know your older members are falling off? You want to make it look real good and act like y'all only did it with a Civic and y'all was struggling. Charlie be on one. Hit that like button for me.
He took on extra jobs, and it literally just a couple of hours a week, he turned that into a minivan. And later, we turned the minivan into a tractor when we were building on the farm vision that God has given us. So he's...
Okay, can we talk for a minute? We turned that minivan into a tractor. Wouldn't that mean you wrecked the minivan, they gave you money off the minivan, and then you bought a tractor, and now y'all are sustaining better than before because y'all made a good decision, right? That's what she just said, right? No, you already had the tractor before the minivan was wrecked. Tim took your minivan money. He bought Rooster. And then all the other donations and all the other clicks and views, he went out and bought Outlaw. Now let me tell you this. If a man of God, why does everything have to be named after like criminals and stuff? Y'all tell me, we both know.
Taking advantage of these little pockets and these opportunities in order to like build and establish something.
Charlie be on one. We taking advantage of who? Y'all from watching and y'all send no money. What's the opportunity? YouTube. Hit that like button for your boy. I'm on one.
And so I just looking back on it, I see how active that emotion called entrepreneur was, because it was like, oh, we need a minivan. We're outgrowing this vehicle. Challenge, and he turned it.
Wow. Did y'all catch it? I think this went over everybody's head, but Charlie B's. First 48 Charlie B. Okay, what'd she just say? What'd she just say? I came on here and y'all said, somebody said Charlie B was good. You blowing up now. You ain't gonna be able to do all the comments. And I was like, that's a challenge to me. I'm gonna catch up, baby. You ever Megan say anything about a challenge before? Thanks for the views, Megan. So now I got 2 people watching, Megan and Tim.
Into a opportunity and a business, and people were calling him. One, he was doing a side job doing yard work, and he had one job, and that job led into like 3 other people that were calling him just when they saw the lawn that he had taken care of. So it's like that opportunity always snowballs into others, because
that job snowballed in others because I married the perfect man no matter what y'all say, be Tim. And Tim is the truth. And I don't care what y'all say. I'm going to keep riding for him and tell y'all that I ain't helped pay for nothing. And Tim cut grass 1 day a week and bought my minivan. And then that's why he can dog me on here. And you can't say nothing about him being upset because he bought it. This is why allegedly Tim's writing this. Do you see why the script is going and he's having Megan say what he wants him to? Because he watches our shows, he liquidates them, and then he breaks it down into how can I make it look right for me, even if I have to make her look wrong. Let's get it, let's go, let's proceed.
when you do something well and people see that, it advertises for you. It's like an advertisement unto itself. So it was so cool to just see that active throughout our entire marriage, because those things,
when you do something well, and it's like people see that, you're like advertising for yourself. Let me just ask you this. Do you think the Lord cares if you keeping up with the Joneses? Hope y'all got that one. Bam, bam, bam. Hope y'all got it.
things truly do build, and all of it, looking back on it, built into what we're establishing now here at IAG Farms. Like I said, IAG Kennels, and selling the dog kennels, and the dogs became IAG Farms. Also, with the side business and the minivan, that became a tractor for IAG Farms.
You just lied right there. You're a habitual liar. I have a whole show. I'll have to find it where you just told Tim he was trying to knock down a tree, and you told him, I bought you a tractor, not an excavator. Yes or no? You told Tim he bought it. And now you on here saying, Tim did all this work. He used my little car, and I was able for him to load up his toys. Allegedly, that's how you made it sound. His lawnmower and stuff, and him to go out here and whoop butt. And then everybody loved how he seen what he was doing. And then everybody wanted him to work, and I bought us a minivan. And then that's how we bought the tractor. Lies, all lies, because out of your own mouth. I will show you saying y'all still pay for that. Mrs. and Mr. Debt Free. They're lying to y'all. This whole show is a lie. It's a farce. It's a scam. Y'all get it now? Charlie be on one. Hit that like button for your boy. And I know y'all don't like how when I just said, I'm on one. Yeah.
And then later, when we wanted to establish on this property and have campers, before Resurrection Camper, we had a fifth wheel camper that we fixed up and outgrew.
More lies. We had a fifth wheel camper that we built up and outgrew. How can you outgrow something if you moving downsizing into something that your boys are sleeping right here on top of each other next to the bathroom? You peeing in buckets and pooping in buckets, and you had running water in the fifth wheel. But I know the show's about to be out, and I don't like to go much over that. So y'all already know, Peanut Game, the real ones, y'all already know where I'm going with this. Y'all already know all the stuff y'all done seen wrong with their barn shed and that camper up there with all the foam around it, and he got the heat stove warming it up compared to what they was in when he only had to go buy propane to heat the fifth wheel, and he only had to take it to a dump site to dump it. But no, jump back. He made Megan go out there and dump all the sewage, and we don't know where they were dumping it. But he had her go out there and do all of it, and that's why she thought it was so nasty, so he could downgrade, keep her money, and then jump back and keep all her bread from, I'm going to build you a house. And then she's about to clearly say in here, he took my money basically and went down the road and bought Grandma Lily's ranch, which is still ours. He's not going to say that exactly, but that's what happened. I have shows where before all this down the street property came up, oh, he was going to build them a house. Y'all all seen all this. But then that down the street 5 minutes away came up, no more house. Why? Because your wife, who you married as a man, who you supposed to give your all to, you crushed her dreams and bought more land, gave it to Grandma Lily, to then to take it away from Grandma Lily, bring it back to IAG Farms, and then tell Megan, make it work. And she can't. You know why? Because there is no Grandma Lily. Like when I speed it up.
And we sold that camper. It was an opportunity to purchase some land down the road. So these, challenges, outgrowing a camper, we turned it into an opportunity, which became more land for us. Okay,
let's talk. I have a video on here before that land even came up for sale where Megan's on here, and you can look it up on Tim's thing. Please build me a home. Just scroll down. It's like 4 years ago. Please build me a home. This is before that property ever came up for sale. Tim was on there, and I've already showed. I have videos of him talking about, and I played that video. I did a whole show on it. Now, I have another video of where Tim's talking about, yeah, we about to build this and build that, and the next year, y'all ain't gonna see this because we about to have a foundation and all that. No mobile home, foundation, stick-built home. We've already been through that. We've already seen that. Now, Megan's on here right now trying to explain to y'all that, oh, the property down the road came up, so we bought that. No, he blew your dreams up. I have videos on it. He has videos on it. And now you're coming on here today basically saying that you bought that property down the road and you're trying to act like he didn't crush your whole plans on him building the house, because there's a video of me showing on here that Tim says out of his own mouth, allegedly, that he was going to build the house, but the property came up down the road and he couldn't pass it up. Do y'all remember that? So Megan had once again to wait. Now let's jump back. If y'all don't believe what I'm saying now, he's putting all this money in and all this stuff into that. And now he still tells y'all jump back when he say, well, I might get this to what's name, whatever. I'm still going to build you a home. I'm still going to build a house and stuff out here. So what is that telling you? He's brainwashing y'all. He's shooting it over Megan's head. And he's still trying to have her just hold in here with me and I'm going to build you a house. How dumb is that going to look with a nice 2-story home? And let's just be honest, Tim. Are you going to be able to build your house on the leach field now, where your septic tank is and all that water sprays down and stuff, with a foundation and it's wet all the time? Or are you going to have to redo your septic system and everything to build a house out there? This is what Charlie B do, baby. You're wrong. Megan's never getting a home out there. Y'all live in that thing forever, allegedly. And all that stuff you just said about, yeah, I might get it to my boys and everything like that, that's a lie. I mean, not a lie. You might give it to your boys, but the lie is you can't build your home on your septic leach field, because that's where you told everybody you was going to put it. It's going to sink. Yes or no? Now, since we already know that, and Tim Jr. can't move in that with his family, like you said, and he has no leach field now, and he has no septic tank now. Okay, let's jump back. You want him to poop in buckets and stuff too? Big man! Because me and your mama built a house, and now you can't have all this septic tank and leach stuff just spraying on the side of our crib. It stinks. Jump back. He said it didn't stink at all. But jump back to where he has grade A meat and they was wallowing in it and they own feces because he shoveled it all up on a mound and then let his kids play in it like he was stupid. Whole show legend.
The challenge of outgrowing the cars that we had became a tractor for our farm. The challenge for
not so much. Megan, do you realize that you hadn't wrecked the van before you got the tractor? Y'all already had the tractor before, so that van did not turn into the tractor. Next.
Me of stepping out on faith and not being selfish, but doing what the Lord called us to do after we got married, became an opportunity for our family.
I just want y'all to laugh. Petty time. Okay, from what she just said through petty time, this is not fact or nothing. This is all alleged. I'm just being funny to give y'all something. Okay, did she just say right there now, basically, I married Tim and I didn't know nothing, and then now I know everything about how to scam the people, and allegedly we gonna get y'all's money and we gonna fraud y'all, and I'm gonna sit on here and let him tell me everything to say, because Tim know how to fraud. He learned all that in jail, and now we gonna get over on y'all. Allegedly, that's just my opinion.
So it's just so amazing to shift the way you think, to literally change your mind. And instead of seeing a challenge or seeing something dead, you see an opportunity for growth.
Does she sound like she just as crazy as him? Piece of the puzzle for the game tonight. Come in and tell me what that meant.
You see an opportunity for a business. You see just an opportunity to go to that next level, because when you get to that point where you're outgrowing things, like I said, with the camper and with the car, you may think, oh no.
That's why y'all rock with Charlie B. Tim writing all this. He made Megan allegedly come out here and say, I've outgrown my car. I don't need no minivan. I don't need nothing. You remember when Tim said, we really don't jump back in Charlie B's show. We only got to go get farm stuff and hay and stuff. I don't need no car. Tim can go wherever he wants. I can just stay here. And if he is allegedly cheating on me, and if I want to track him down, I can't. But that's okay because he's Tim Sales.
Like, what am I gonna do? I'm stuck with this thing that I have. But no, that's some space, that's some uncomfortability that you have there so that you can grow, so that you...
No, that's your husband keeping you under his thumb. Where you don't have no family, no friends, no nothing. All you have is him, and you're gonna listen to him and nobody else. Your boys gonna listen to him and nobody else. Grandma Lily gonna listen to him and nobody else till Grandma Lily said, I'm out. Right? Jump back to speed it up. You wrong, Megan. Everybody knows and everybody can see it allegedly but you. And as soon as you do see it, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. You're going to be sitting up there with probably 4 boys. Your oldest is probably going to be like 17. You're going to be an older lady. And you're going to always be by yourself. You know why? Because all you wanted out of life was love. But all you got out of life was the pee-pee and a man that don't even care about you. He don't even put his arm around you. He don't hug you. He don't even tell you thank you for making this coffee. Right? You're supposed to do these things. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to take care of your children and make sure they straight.
You can like take a leap so that you can get off this one step and step up to the next step. So it's really amazing.
Okay, now I know y'all some be thinking I'm tripping when y'all be like, where did Tim go to church and things like that? He doesn't. He says, first step is paying tithes. The next step is this. I don't remember because I don't try to have his brother in my mind all day. But he doesn't pay tithes. He doesn't go to church. Megan is now talking about these steps where they don't believe in the religion that we do. They're trying to change y'all. Let's go, man. Let's proceed. If y'all ain't catching it, BTM, keep it moving.
For me, on this side, to see the emotion called entrepreneur active. And
it's beautiful for me to see on this side of emotion entrepreneur active. It doesn't exist. You're lying to your people. Saying you're with God, you don't go to church, you don't pay tithes, you don't do anything the church does, but y'all sit up here and claim that this is some basically, without saying it, this is a new religion. Y'all come and join us. And BTM, y'all sitting up here like, yes, I like the religion where you don't have to pay tithes. You don't have to get to church, nothing. You don't have to deal with the church. You don't need no minister. All you have to do is be abundant with your pocket. Oh, I'm feeling this organization. Well, that organization is not of God. And if you think it is, happy success will burn in hell. God wasn't about money. He was about taking care of the people who didn't have money. What's wrong with y'all, man? All he talks about is money. Yes or no? And I'm not mad. I know y'all think I'm mad right now. I'm not mad, I'm salty. Salty and mad is 2 different things. Because like God said, it's the salt of the earth. When you talk about him, I get salty. And I'll ride your back until you fall off the rails, bro. And with your videos, I'm doing my thing. With your views.
And to really allow that to shape my life and to grow myself.
What are you talking about? Grow yourself? You was on God's mode before you met Tim. Now you on beast mode. And I'm going to tell you where beast mode's going to lead. Where you were from the door, straight to heaven. Where you are now, I'll wait.
And not see challenges just as, okay, now I just have to fall down and die. Because I had a challenge, I just have to fall down and die and give over to it, right? But when you really do talk
You mean to tell me before you met Tim, you was with the Lord and you got your degrees, you had everything was cool. But now since you with Tim, you feel like you have to fall down and just die because you don't know your book, because the man is trying to scam everybody, is telling everybody, including his family. Megan, please come on and not try to let me think that you not in on this too, because you know your book too much to let us think that, well, I knew my book, but Tim just showed me the whole new world of scamming the book, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is not McDonald's, Megan. What is wrong with y'all? And let me just say this, and I've never really put it to this point, but let's just talk, y'all. If all of Megan's family is in the church, Megan's been in the church since, like she said, since she was in kindergarten, right? I know y'all get mad at me. Some people got mad at me, and I've had emails like, why are you talking about that man's penis? I'm not talking about his penis. My whole thing is this. If Megan chose to accept any man that was willing to give her some PP, she has to face what she gets. Yes or no? And that might be me, but my whole thing is this. You accepted that man. You married him. Like he said, now you under submission. Funny, ain't it? When you think about it like that. Breaks it down a whole different aspect. You wanted some PP, you wanted some kids, you felt like you was getting older, you wasn't going to be able to have none, so you took anything that came up. And we all grown in here, so don't be mad at me because, oh, Charlie B, this ain't supposed to... What? What did she do? Okay, let's just be honest. The way she talks and the way she bows down to a man would really any real man want her. You don't have nothing to say. You don't have a word for yourself. You can't speak on your own. What real man would want you? I don't want friends that are yes men. I damn sure don't want my wife to tell me everything I want to hear, because all that's going to lead me to is what? Me think I'm somebody I'm not? Welcome to the world of Tim Sales.
About can these dry bones live? You are able to see something dead and breathe the Spirit of God into it, to breathe life into it, to take that leap of faith. And I am just blessed to be a part of that and to see that and to...
Okay, since Charlie B came out rocking and Peanut Game been coming out rocking and all the other channels been coming out rocking, you ain't been talking this dry bones. Now this man that had you come out here and do this again? Okay, now let me just tell you this, Megan. I don't know if y'all have enough money and Tim's ready to just call this quits and he's tired of reaction channels and everything. Y'all about to dip and sell the house and all that after y'all get it done. But this right here allegedly is making you look like he's sending you out here to throw you to the wolves. Because allegedly Tim jumped back before there was ever any reaction channels. He was upset about the little stuff that was coming into his comments, like why you treat your wife like that. It wasn't a reaction channel, it was just a comment. Right? Now that all these comments and stuff on him, y'all, think about this one. Bim, bim, bim. Is this man such a narcissist? Well, we got like 2.4 mil. We don't need this no more. The way we live, jump back. He already told you it only take. We can live off $15,000 a year. It don't matter. So if you got all your money now, and you're really getting tired, and you're sending Megan out here saying all this crazy stuff, that's why people are allegedly coming in here like they about to sell all that and dip, because you making it look like, and allegedly, you're not enough of a man to, number one, handle somebody coming in here saying anything about you. You're not enough of a man to let your wife be enough of a woman that if she does want to leave her house and go out and venture and see other things, why can't you like let your wife be enough of a woman and love you enough to know, but you're scared, to know, okay, If my wife go out there and she see a brother that look good, I ain't gotta worry about it. Because she know I'm at home. You know why you can't do that? I know there's a Miss B go wherever she want, bro. Right? She come home and she laughs at it. Brother, I picked up this wood last night. So jump back, y'all. When we did that, y'all called it a mud gang or something. When I had my the seafood boil me and Miss B did and we ate. That night she went to the store, she picked up a pack of wood because we did that over a wood fire, right? And she came home, she laughed about this stuff like, brother came in and was like, oh, you making a fire tonight? Can I go with you? No, what Miss B told him. My husband, I don't think he would like that. Now see, Tim, this is your problem. You don't trust your wife enough to say that because you don't treat your wife good enough for her not to want to go nowhere else. Bill. I'm Charlie B, baby. I'm Charlie B. Go, Charlie B. My wife get whatever she want, including if that takes away from me. I want a bike right now. Can I go buy it? Yes. Would that make Miss B unhappy? Yes. Why? Because Miss B feels like I'm going to do 150 down the road and I'm going to hurt myself. They'll probably not be here no more. Right? My wife love me, bruh. Is your wife just dealing with you? Because the way your wife talked earlier in the show, it all seems like, jump back, y'all. Marriage, business, ministry, everything is a business. My marriage is no business. My children are no business. My peanut gang. I love y'all to death and y'all about to see it for real. It's not a business. My family's my family, bro. And you ain't got to be blood with me to be family. That's your problem. All them people wanting to come down and see you on that farm when the gates was open was your family. Black, white, brown, that's why I say in here, everybody welcome. We all bleed the same, bro. And you cut them all off. Good luck with the Lord and your subscribers. Because your views going down. And like I said, everybody, all the reaction channels, come on, y'all. We doing our thing, man. We doing our thing. The views is dropping. Let's get it, let's go, let's eat.
Grow because of that and to be stretched because of that. And Tim and I were talking this morning and it's almost like I need to interview Tim and talk about that emotion called entrepreneur. So because it's just been so cool to see it from my perspective. And
he just told y'all it's so cool to see him scamming y'all. Yes or no? She's with us. So don't feel bad for her and y'all BTN members. I'm still watching for Megan. Don't watch for none of them. They all lying to you get this money. Let's go. And I'm going to prove to you that they lying to you. I'm going to prove to you that they... Charlie B, what would y'all say if Charlie B could prove to you that they lying? In less than a month. What could you say right now? I'm sorry. You know I got issues. I belch and stuff. What would you say if Charlie B could prove in a month? That y'all know that there's no way Charlie B got more money than this man. But what do I could prove to you in less than a month? That Charlie B got enough money to take care of his family the way I want to. And let's just say this. Jump back to what I said. I'm jealous of Tim, right? Like Tim says, y'all see what I want y'all to see. I'm going to show y'all in a minute how Charlie B really get down. And Tim, let me tell you this. I can't wait to see all your little Disney videos and everything like that. Because you probably going to show your videos before mine. Right? But let me just tell you this. You sit on here and you act like you a man of God. You have your wife come on here and just demolish herself, and then you come on here and you make it look like I could talk down on her and everything, and she gonna accept it. And then you rub your godly glasses and raise them up and ha. That's not family love, bro. That's not family love. So I know I've been saying little things, and I know y'all been catching the little things, but Charlie B and Miss B gonna show y'all how vacation work. We're gonna show y'all how when your kids want something, they get it. We're gonna show you how there's no scamming with, how can I put this? Your children. Cause you played your kids, man. Jump back, man. All right. This is off subject, y'all, but kids, they have tablets. Your boys have tablets, man. They seen the real lightsabers and stuff they have at Disney. You took them up there and bought them $40 lightsabers, bro. Now, this has nothing about you being a man of God, because God doesn't care about money. But my whole thing is this. When I see what my kids do for me and make me happy, bro, all I ask my kids for is grades. And my son is autistic, bro. And he's in regular classes. So when Romy bringing home A's and B's in regular classes, and your B team members want to come in here and tell me, I'm jealous of you. It ain't got nothing to do with money. You probably got more money than me. But the only problem is, I don't care about it. I don't care about money. I care about the Lord. And I'm going home. Right? When I close my eyes, I'm going home, baby. You sitting up there, when you close your eyes, you thinking about, I hope God forgive me for trying to get this money, but I'm probably going to hell. Because you care about what? Money. What did Jesus and the Lord not care about? Money. How did Charlie B live his life? Not caring about what? Money. Now let me just tell y'all, and this is a long show today. I know we just talking peanut gang. Miss B, she do her thing, man. That's why we are who we are. Like, the best people I found out is people that to get together are people that, okay, you feel this way, I feel this way. Let me take care of this, you take care of that, right? Okay, boom. That's where we are. Miss B, make sure financially we straight over here. Charlie B, make sure my kids are straight. I don't care how much it costs. So, I'm not going to say nothing right now because I don't want to do like Tim and boost y'all up and be like, oh, in this long, y'all going to see this. No. But I'm telling you, y'all, next month, Mrs. B, Charlie B, gonna show y'all what this brother wanted to do. All right? And that's all I got to say. All right? I'm gonna put it here, though. That's not all I got to say. You remember when you was walking it like yesterday and your kids, when you was like, yeah, we at the airport, y'all. Man was like, we at the airport. And your son was like, I want to get on a plane, and you played that off. I'm jealous of you. We fly high, no lie. Like Jim Jones, I'm from the East Coast, baby. Bowling! Me and Miss B gonna show you how to do vacation with your kids, and you buy your kids whatever you want. Because we ain't even seen them cheap lifesavers you bought your boys at $49 a piece. And you could have went over for extra $20. I'll tell y'all, peanut game, Charlie B. Rock. The first time I took my kids to Disney World, I built my son the plastic one because he was too little. You know what I'm saying? He didn't eat. And he still broke it. My daughter, they got plastic stuff you can build your own and everything like that. You didn't even let them do that, bro, for $60. You bought the stuff off the shelf. Right? Now let me show you how Charlie B do it. I know I don't show y'all everything. Like Tim said, we don't show y'all everything. Yes, you do. Charlie B don't. So, I'm gonna just tell y'all, me and Miss B about to go do our thing with our children. And I'm gonna go tell you before Tim even drops all this. I bet you. BTM, y'all come here, y'all want to tell me I'm jealous of Tim? I bet you my kids have a better time at Disneyland than they did at Disney World. Cause we fly high, no lie. Bowling! That's how I do it. What Charlie B tell you? When I take my family on vacation, there is no budget like you treat your mama. Okay, if there's no budget with Charlie B on vacation, the woman that gave birth to you, you gave a budget for her house? I don't want to hear this jealous of Tim no more. And this will be next month. And unlike Tim, like, I don't think I'm famous. So I'm going to tell y'all, anybody in California that rock with Charlie B, I'm going to let y'all know what day I'm going to be at Disneyland with my babies. Y'all want to see us? Come on out. It is what it is. But I'm going to just warn y'all now. All this, it is what it is. But when I get and I take Miss B out and we do our thing, I'm from the East Coast, baby. It's like Jim Jones. I hop out, saggy jeans with my rocks glistening. So I don't want y'all to think I'm bragging or nothing. But Tim, I'm gonna show you how to take your family on vacation. And this is the funny point. And I ain't even trying to brag. And this is the point. I don't have nowhere near as much money as you do the way you've been scamming these people. I just take care of my family. And why don't I have as much money as you do? Because you don't know, like you trying to teach everybody about trust and financial this and LLCs. You're wrong. You don't know how this works. Right? My son owns artwork. My daughter owns artwork. When these YouTube paychecks come in, I know y'all probably be thinking, oh, Charlie B blow that. Him and his B go out and do that. Charlie B blind. No. I look at, I know I'll be on here laughing and everything. Y'all be like, oh, Charlie B just want some other stuff. No. I look at artwork. What's been going up over the years? What can I buy for $1,400, $1,500 now that was worth only $600 last year? That's what I do when my YouTube check come in. I don't blow it. I'm broke. I'm broke. Right? You want to talk about financial literacy? Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all been coming in here and talking about Charlie B. I like the long videos. Let's go. You want to talk about financial literacy, bro? Okay. You know how to make money and not be broke? You spend all your money. Miss B don't agree with this. But she don't have to because I take care of everything. Right? And it's working. Okay, look at it like this, y'all. YouTube money come in. Okay. What painting been going up the last 6 years? Oh, well, this Miss B helped me. My baby. This painting flipped 300 in the last 6 months. What can I buy for it now? Your YouTube check? Buy it. Put it in Robbie's name. That's hers. Put it in her trust. Are y'all talking financial literacy like that? No. My kids have artwork in their trust. My kids have... when I leave here, my babies are straight. You always talking about your legacy, right? I'm not worried about mine too much. My legacy, like I said before, is to have my children right? And my legacy is going to be my children talking about my daddy put it in a position where I was good to go. And I hope y'all ain't mad at me about this long video, but I have people come in like Charlie B. I like the longer videos. So today, I gave y'all a longer one. And with all this financial literacy she been talking about, please, don't listen to them. If you want to make sure your kids are straight, put your kids' stuff in a trust. A trust fund, okay? All my kids have them. My mama. Like I just told you, I'm broke. Anything I gotta go talk to my mama got all my money. I'm not stupid. Like, oh, why y'all think I always come here and say, sue me, Tim? I don't have nothing. But I could go get it. And it's all legal and can't nobody say nothing to me. Let's go. That is talking financial literacy to y'all. All the stuff they talking about, how we got our LLC and all that, clicks and views. Rock with Charlie B. If y'all want to know about LLCs and finance, like all that, I can break that down to y'all. They can't. Because all they know is goats, cows, sheep, mistreat our kids, mistreat my wife. And let's get it, let's go. So when y'all come here talking about I'm jealous of Tim, I ain't got nothing to worry about. That's why I tell y'all don't send me nothing.
And to grow, because I've seen somebody be active in seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, and now having to like adopt that ideal, or like learning to adopt that ideal for myself, it really has been so freeing, so amazing, so hard. It's so hard, but I say like hard, but I'm smiling because it's hard in a good way. It's hard like...
Okay, y'all, like I say, I don't suck up all the content. I'm just gonna leave it here at this. It's hard in a good way. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Okay, life's not to be so hard if your husband's good to you. Life is not supposed to be so hard if you're good to your husband. Now, let me jump back and make a statement. We all know that you do everything and you are good, the best you can be to Tim, because you don't want none of his grief, allegedly. Right? Okay. So why is it so hard, if you know that, for Tim to give you what you need? Charlie B out. I'm out. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. I think this is the longest show I've ever had. But I give y'all what y'all want. My people come in talking about, Charlie B, I love the longer shows. Some of my people come in and be like, Charlie B, I love the shorter shows. So what Charlie B didn't realize, since I told y'all we gonna make the show good, I'm gonna give long and shorter shows. Just so I can break it all the way down. So y'all can see how this is not right. It's really not right, y'all. And I'm not saying, how can I put this? On Megan's side, she knew her Bible before, so she feels like, I married this man, I gotta stand strong. Whether he's right or wrong. And if that determines whether I go to hell or not, I'd rather separate from the man. That's just me. Or a woman. That's just me, right? Now, if she can't see that, and she believes in the book from where she was back in the day, because allegedly, Megan, if you're looking at the book now with Tim reinventing things, why can't you reinvent things and say, okay, well, in the way you going with the new Bible, I can reinvent things too, and I don't need you, Tim. Charlie be on one, ain't he? I'm on one. And you be better off. Love y'all be easy. This for the people who like the longer videos. Right? I know some people ain't gonna watch, but for y'all that do, just realize that this is not of God. Allegedly. Whole show. Charlie B, love y'all. I'm out. Y'all be easy.